Welcome, welcome. It is the Zen Effect TV. All right. So how is your Wednesday going so far? Hopefully it's going pretty well. It's pretty good. For me, every day is a good day, even if it looks like a bad day. As long as you're here right now, you can see this and you can breathe and you can eat and you can sleep. You're all good, man. Nothing to worry about. Just chill. Alright, so today's segment, we're talking about branding. We're going to be talking about branding on today's segment. Alright? And we got Steve Jobs as the topic for the success segment. We're going to be digging into Steve Jobs a little bit. So yeah, we'll be talking about branding, ownership, independence, not being dependent, not being under someone else's name, and only getting a cut of the money. No bueno. So yeah, with the health tip, we on the abs. We're gonna work out the sexy abs. You've been wanting the sexy abs. So I'm get you a little bit of tips that you need to know, little shortcuts and stuff like that. All right. The game breaker. We'll see what we have for the game breaker. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so what we have today, we're talking about ownership being the key to success, branding being the key to success. Branding as in BRANDING, not the name, okay? Branding, the name, is not the key to success. Branding itself is the key to success, okay? So whenever you're starting a business or whenever you're jumping into someone else's business or anything like that, you have to understand that the business itself is like a human. The business is just like a human. It's an entity. That's why they say it's a business entity. Limited liability corporation, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's an entity of its own. So it has its own personality, based on the logo you give it and based on the brand that you portray out to the masses. So branding is the key to success. If you take a look at Apple products, all of Apple products are basically looking the same. They all look the same. They're very simple, but they're complex in their in how they function. So they're very simple and sleek on the outside. Apple computers, Apple phones, the iPhone, the iPad, iPod, they're very simple. The button that you press to turn it on all look the same, and it's basically the same. So whenever you see an Apple product, it's an Apple product, and that's what branding is. If someone see your business or anything of your business, a product of your business, or anything that service or whatever, they need to be reminded of that brand, that logo, that company. They need to, oh, that's so and so business, you know. So that's branding. So like when you're in a company, a lot of people they're distributors, affiliates, and companies, and they don't brand their company. I mean, they don't brand themselves. They brand the company, which is a big no-no. Because what happens if the company goes down? You go down with it. You haven't branded yourself, so you don't even have a team. You don't have a following. So you can't. It's gonna take you even longer to get back on your feet because you gotta start all the way all over again. Okay, so it's important to brand so you can build yourself, your business, and you can get your customers. Okay, like this is my brand. This is me. My brand is in effect Next Level Fitness. Jeanette does have the Zen Effect itself, which is something else with the Zen Bodi and stuff like that. But the Zen Effect TV, the Zen Effect Next Level Fitness, that's me. Okay? Fit and Paid, that's me. My name, my first and last name, that's me. I'm wearing this shirt because it's mine. I ordered this shirt, I designed this shirt, and it's mine, you know? So this is my TV, this is my channel. What you're watching. No one is owning this. I put it on a network, which is Facebook. You understand? So it's just like that, you know? You have to brand. And you have to get, the logo is the face of the company, the brand is the personality of the company. So say if you are in another company and you want to brand yourself, just do it. You know, do stuff outside of the company but with your name attached to it. So people can know that it's not just about that company. It's about what value you have to offer to them. You know, if you can offer value to people, they'll always be around. And they'll always, and that's what your brand will be associated with, value. So even if the company fails, the company that you're a distributor of, even if it fails, it goes down in the dirt, whatever, people still remember you for giving that value. You understand? So that's why coaching and stuff like that is very important as well. So that's branding. Just a little something on branding. You need more information? esteniomodira@gmail.com. So proper ways to brand. You know, you got shirts, promo items. We have everything from your Facebook page. Please don't put your company's banner on the cover photo of your Facebook. Put something that you created or something that connects with you. Please don't put your company's logo on your profile photo instead of your face. Don't do that, you know, because you're not the one that started the company in the first place. Let's be honest. You didn't start the company. You don't know what's going to happen to the company. You don't know what's taking place in the company all the way up here. You don't even have, you're not in contact with the CEO, okay? But you have to make sure that you get paid for being that distributor, that affiliate, but you also get paid by having your own followers, okay? That's if you want to take that route. Other people just take the route of just opening their own business and they brand it. Like I have side businesses, everything from Soul Vision Record to this. And you know, gotta keep it moving. You also want to own a business under your idea, okay? So that's branding. Let's move on to what we have here. The success segment. We're talking about Steve Jobs, the one and only Steve Jobs of Apple products, the innovator, the genius. Some people say, I learned a lot from this guy with his brand because he's a master of branding. Whether you like it or not, the man is a master of branding. Okay, so take a little view at what we have for Steve Jobs here. All right, I'll be back with you shortly.
Thank you. I'm honored to be with you today for your commencement from one of the finest universities in the world. Truth be told, I never graduated from college, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation. Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out? It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates, so everything was all set for me to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, they decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl. So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We've got an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" They said, "Of course." My biological mother found out later that my mother had never graduated from college and that my father had never graduated from high school. She refused to sign the final adoption papers. She only relented a few months later when my parents promised that I would go to college. This was the start in my life. And 17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working-class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all of the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked far more interesting. It wasn't all romantic. I didn't have a dorm room, so I slept on the floor in friends' rooms. I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposits to buy food with. And I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. I loved it. And much of what I stumbled into by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to be priceless later on. Let me give you one example. Reed College at that time offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Throughout the campus, every poster, every label on every drawer was beautifully hand calligraphed. Because I had dropped out and didn't have to take the normal classes, I decided to take a calligraphy class to learn how to do this. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between different letter combinations, about what makes great typography great. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. And we designed it all into the Mac. It was the first computer with beautiful typography. If I had never dropped in on that single course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows just copied the Mac, it's likely that no personal computer would have them. If I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on that calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the well-worn path, and that will make all the difference. My second story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me. And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob Noyce and tried to apologize for screwing up so badly. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love. And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me under one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer-animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lorene and I have a wonderful family together. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking. Don't settle. My third story is about death. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. It means to try and tell your kids everything you thought you'd have the next 10 years to tell them in just a few months. It means to make sure everything is buttoned up so that it will be as easy as possible for your family. It means to say your goodbyes. I lived with that diagnosis all day. Later that evening, I had a biopsy where they stuck an endoscope down my throat, through my stomach and into my intestines, put a needle into my pancreas and got a few cells from the tumor. I was sedated, but my wife, who was there, told me that when they viewed the cells under a microscope, the doctors started crying because it turned out to be a very rare form of pancreatic cancer that is curable with surgery. I had the surgery, and thankfully, I'm fine now. This was the closest I've been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades. Having lived through it, I can now say this to you with a bit more certainty than when death was a useful but purely intellectual concept. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog, which was one of the Bibles of my generation. It was created by a fellow named Stuart Brand, not far from here in Menlo Park, and he brought it to life with his poetic touch. This was in the late 60s, before personal computers and desktop publishing, so it was all made with typewriters, scissors, and Polaroid cameras. It was sort of like Google in paperback form 35 years before Google came along. It was idealistic, overflowing with neat tools and great notions. Stuart and his team put out several issues of the Whole Earth Catalog, and then, when it had run its course, they put out a final issue. It was the mid-1970s, and I was your age. On the back cover of their final issue was a photograph of an early morning country road, the kind you might find yourself hitchhiking on if you were so adventurous. Beneath it were the words, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." It was their farewell message as they signed off. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself. And now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
All right. That was Steve Jobs, ladies and gentlemen, the Apple genius. Okay. All right. So now we get into our Just Chill segment. Just chill. All right. So here we go. If you don't have a ride and you're stuck in the rain, Just chill. If you're at the airport and your flight is being delayed, just chill. If you ran out of money and you have no more income tax check money left, just chill. If you didn't even get an income tax check, just chill. Remember, no matter what goes on in your life, it's based on perspective. It's based on how you see it. If you're stuck in the rain, God is giving you a free shower. Nah, I'm just playing. But if you're stuck in the rain, I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen. It's a lot of people that's living in a drought right now that need water, you know. If your airport is being delayed, you never know. The plane, I said airport. If the airplane is being delayed, you never know if it would have flew off when it was supposed to fly off. It probably would have stalled in the air, or it probably would have crashed. You never know. If you ran out of your money from your income tax check, I mean, you bought what you needed to buy with it. If it's gone, you know, you took care of what you needed to take care of. Money come and go. No need to stress over money because it always comes and go, you know. So if you didn't even get a check, well, that's cool. That's cool too, because you can still make money other ways. It's crazy because business people don't even hardly get a check. So that income tax check, that's just like the government saying that they paying you for being the slave. So I mean, even if you didn't get it, then cool. All right. So now let's go on to the health segment. All right. Just chill. Let's go on to the health segment. Okay, health tip for abs. Rock hard abs. Okay. First thing you need to know about abs is they're muscle. Okay. And just like any part of your body, they need to be worked on. So you need to do sit-ups, leg raises, crutches. You need to do mountain climbers, bicycle ups, whatever. You need to work out. But before you can even work out, you need to burn the fat layer that's on top of the tummy. Once you burn the fat layer, it will be easier for the muscle to start coming out. Plus, while you're burning off the fat layer, you need to be eating the right food. Everything from fish to stuff like oatmeal, wheat, what is it? Brown rice, not wheat. Wheat bread if you're gonna eat bread. Don't eat anything bleached. Anything that's high in fat and high in calories is bad. If it's high in calories but low in fat, you can use that as a way to gain weight if you're looking to put on muscle weight. But when it comes to abs, you need to understand it's based on the maintenance of your body and how you take care of it. It always boils down to what you're eating and what you're doing. You have to be active. You have to sweat. You have to, in order to even see anything here, you have to start sweating here. Okay? Now, if you need help, there are some things that can help you, you know? So just like I'm the Zen effect, just like the Zen Shape pills, the supplements, they help burn fat, while the Zen amino acid, the powder, the Zen Fit, it help maintain the burning of the fat, and it help burn the metabolism. It help the metabolism speed up so you can continue burning fat. So that's stuff that can assist you in the first stage of getting the abs, which is burning the fat. And if you need that, then you can take a look below. Just email me esteniomodira@gmail.com, and I'll get them to you, you know. Or you can just join here and get everything at discount price. And if you want to join, esteniomodira@gmail.com. So that's what it is. That is what it is, man. We're about to jump into the commercial. The ads. Now, if you're looking to have your ad placed on this, then contact me as well. esteniomodira@gmail.com. But we're about to jump into the ads or whatever. But before we get into the ads, I want to share a little story with you. I was like walking down the street the other day, and I was just minding my business. I had my headphones on or whatever, and I felt my phone vibrating. Um, they froze. I felt my phone vibrating, and I was like, "What is this?" So guess who was calling me?
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
I'm just playing. Let's get on over to the ads, man. Let's go.
Recent scientific investigation has unlocked the damaging secret of uncontrolled obesity and weight gain, revealing old claims to be false, with shocking results. Statistics now report the alarming climb is spreading worldwide and leading to the harsh reality that this can happen to anyone. Experts reveal that fat cells produce a vital messenger called leptin. Leptin is the most powerful hormone for appetite and metabolism control. It communicates to the brain to no longer crave food and tells the body when to start burning fat cells as energy. But the problem starts when the fat cells begin releasing an inflammatory molecule known as C-reactive protein. When CRP fuses with leptin molecules, it blocks the critical message the brain desperately needs to tell the body it's full. The metabolism is now no longer balanced, and the body goes into chaos. Enter the vicious cycle of unwanted weight gain, which can lead to extreme low energy, poor posture, obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. If we could restore balance to our metabolism, allowing leptin to enter as it should, this would assist in regulating appetite and fat burning properly. With the human body being the most sophisticated system on the planet, an advanced system requires an advanced solution to restore it back to proper order. This synergistic formula has been developed to solve this global problem and targets the essential aspects of intense fat loss: dramatic appetite control, the decrease of fat in inches, and the building of healthy, toned muscles. The body once again opens the way to excellent balance, allowing it to work in perfect harmony. The body stronger, the body leaner, the body younger, the body perfected. Zen Bodi, groundbreaking fat loss technology, exclusive to Jeunesse.
Alright, so we're back. That was a little ad from the Zen Bodi collection product line. Whatever, other ads, if you want to add your ad, then just let me know. But okay, so let's get back to business. So we took care of the success, the just chill, the health tip, and now we're on the game breaker, the deal breaker if you're already a business owner and entrepreneur. Okay. All right. So when it comes to business, you also have to step out of your comfort zone. Leave it all together. Act like it doesn't exist. Be in the present moment. Be in the now. You have to be so much in the now that you're not even thinking of fear. You're not even feeling fear. You're not thinking of failing. You're not thinking of anything but what's going on in the present moment. See, me, I like people, so I talk to people regardless. Sometimes I get to the point, even though I'm in business, I get to the point where I'll talk to people, have fun, talk to people because I love people. But I never ever talk to them about business. Because I just love people. That's just what it is, You just talk to people, You learn a lot from talking to people. You learn a lot from all of that. But you have to step out of your comfort zone, whether it's making a video, whether it's going offline marketing, is stepping out into the world and presenting your business, your opportunity as in the form of an event or as in the form as just a one-on-one conversation, a presentation, anything. You know, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to do something that you're not used to doing, because of course if you're used to doing it, then you'll already be rich. You already be at that position because you already have done it. But since you have not have done it already, you know, so it's something you need to get done, and you're the only person that know what it is. A lot of people, it's just different stuff for different people. You know, so get out of your comfort zone. If anything, just kill it altogether. Just chop it, just kill it. A lot of time people have social anxiety, especially if you're an introvert and you like being in your own little circle. You develop social anxiety when you get in front of people. You get to the point you don't know what to say, you don't know how to carry on conversations and stuff like that. But if you need help with that as well, I have material on that. And you can just email me at esteniomodira@gmail.com. Better yet, just join me, join my company, join my team. You know, just email me at esteniomodira@gmail.com. And we'll basically take it from there. I'll get you started with your very own business, whatever ideas you got going through your mind. Or say if you don't have an idea but you want to start a business, you can partner with me in this business that I'm in. Other than that, that's the deal breaker. You can you can basically kill everything by just getting out your comfort zone. That's how millionaires become millionaires. That's how billionaires become billionaires. They get out their comfort zone. They do different stuff. Other than that, I know some people saying they want this shirt, this fit and paid shirt, the Zen Effect, my very own personal shirt that I've created. If you want a shirt, you can get a shirt. You can get a shirt either. Let's see. You can either, the only way to get a shirt, you have to join me. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just purchase it. You know, just send me an email saying that you want the shirt, and I'll send you the link where you can purchase the shirt under my under basically how I created it. So you can get the very same shirt and you can have it yourself. And people that's in this company and they don't have a shirt yet, then you can do it that way, and I can get it to you. But say if you want a shirt and you want to join the company, you automatically get a shirt from joining under me. So yeah, so I mean, everything is based on branding. Like we've just stated, it's branding. Brand yourself before you brand anything else. You know, remember, your success is based on your perspective. However you see success, however you feel about money, however you feel about health, however you feel about anything, is basically what's gonna draw itself to you. You attract things based on how you feel towards it. Okay? So, you know. Oh, and artists, whoever, people with music videos or whatever, if you need to put your music video on my channel or whatever, and you're inquiring about that, send me an email as well. Alright? So you guys have a wonderful day. This is the Zen Effect. Remember, just chill. This is your life. Let's keep it moving. Be fit and be paid. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, don't forget, opportunity call tomorrow night, Thursday night. Phone number that you can call in, it's a conference call. Phone number to call in, we have 425-440-5100 with the PIN number 082871# or 305-507-0364 with the same PIN number. So it's 6 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Eastern. Please jump on the call if you need assistance with financial situation. If you're broke, or if you're like working, slaving with 2-3 jobs and you're still not making ends meet, jump on the call, get started. After you get off the call contact me and I'll get you started the right way. Alright, please. Or you just be looking like this guy. Don't end up like that guy, okay? Y'all make sure y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all on I'll see you on the call. I'll hear you on the call. And I'll see you on Friday, man. Y'all have a wonderful day. The Zen effect. Getting paid.